season. But what a pity that this showpiece game should be taking place on a pitch unworthy of the occasion. The loss of their protective cover in a storm on one of the wettest months on record have left Villa's pitch in a dreadful state, though the ground staff have done an excellent job. With the centre, as you can see, very heavily sanded, it's a night for wingers, and each side has a superb exponent of that old-fashioned art. For Dinamo Kyiv, there's Alex Blokin, the biggest star of Soviet football and a former European Footballer of the Year. Villa rate him their biggest threat. But England's Tony Morley could be Villa's match winner. He's their top scorer in Europe this season with 3 goals, and he's bound to see a lot of the ball tonight. Well, Villa have Peter With back at number 9, though he's currently suspended from league football, and Alan Evans, who missed the first leg, has recovered from injury to take his place in defence. This Kiev side includes 5 players who appeared for the Soviet Union in their recent friendly international against Greece. And this is their 8th appearance in the European Cup. It's a talented and experienced side. So it's Aston Villa who get us underway then, attacking from left to right in their normal claret and blue strip. Kiev in the white shirts, though unlikely to remain white for very long on what's going to be a very heavy pitch. As if conditions aren't difficult enough, there's also a strong swirling wind blowing across the pitch, as you saw probably then, with that ball sliced into touch. Although the referee, Marcel van Langenhove of Belgium, took a long look at the pitch before deciding that it was playable. That's foul for Kiev, the header by McNaught, and it's very much the centre of the pitch that's going to provide the problems tonight. An interesting tactical battle on here as well. Villa can't commit themselves to all-out attack with a 0-0 scoreline. They've got to be cautious as well. And here's Klus beating Swain and playing a dangerous-looking ball in towards Blokin, well met by Gary Williams. And Morley very deep in his own half to receive the ball from Rimmer and find With. Here's Shaw, lets it run to Cowans, and the referee is the first real victim of the pitch. He took a tumble in the centre whilst he was trying to indicate a free kick to Aston Villa. And with Liverpool having been eliminated in Bulgaria earlier today, Villa now England's only representatives, hoping to continue our marvellous run. We've had the European Cup in this country for the last 5 years. McNaugh's kick, much too deep, played straight into the hands of Chanov. Barameyev, the starting point for most attacks for the Soviet side. And here he is again with the throw. This is Bal. Evans now leading the attack for Aston Villa. To McNaught. I thought it was a little bit dangerous to play it across the middle of that sand dune. Another free kick. Boyko fouling Peter With. Boyko, the number 2, brought in especially to mark With today. McNaught again with the free kick for Villa. Aimed at With. Good chest control. Cowans finding Shaw. Good tackle, but it comes to Shaw again, and still Shaw. Oh, he's done so well here. And it's in! Gary Shaw, a superb goal. Only 5 minutes gone, and Gary Shaw takes Aston Villa a vital step closer to the semis. Look at this run, and look at the defenders around him. The shot clipped across, went almost between the post and the goalkeeper. Shaw takes the congratulations for a marvellous goal and a great start for the English champions. Cowans playing the ball first time. It came back off the defender's tackle, but look how well and how persistently Shaw battled his way to the line, and what a tight angle it was to squeeze it in. Great start for Villa. And the Holt End, Villa's version of the Kop, in full cry now. His 3rd goal in the European Cup this season for Gary Shaw, and easily the most important. But now Kiev have a free kick. Klus missing it over the ball. Well, luckily then, although it reached Boyko, he slipped on the turf. What's left of it anyway, and the ball ran kindly for Villa. Zurabliov going all the way back again. And a tactical problem now for Kyiv. They've got to come out and attack. Lovely control by Morley. But in the end, just too many Soviet players around him. This is Lazinski. And the referee quickly across to indicate his decision. Morley, the offender. Cowan's winning it back, though. And then Morley losing it again. But not for long. Well, the referee, surprisingly, has given a free kick against the Villa winger. Boyko, the tall number 2, has gone forward again on the left edge, just out of the picture at the moment, the left edge of the penalty area. Lazinski. That was aimed towards Boyko, but Whiff heads it clear. Difficult for Bremner, and he kept his head well. Zurabliov. Oh, that was marvellous by Whiff. Always aware of what was going on then, and Villa have gained enormously in confidence from Shaw's goal. Whiff looking appealingly at the referee, but Zurabliov has the ball for Dinamo Kyiv. Not for long, giving it straight to McNaught. And a good ball. Morley brought down, but the referee says quite legally, and here's Lazinski. Blocking, showing his first piece of pace and control. Bale has gone on a run on the outside for him. Blocking is a real individualist, though, and sets it up for Lazinski. Good-looking ball in towards Yevtushenko, but the header has gone wide. Oleg Blocking, always going to be the big danger to Aston Villa tonight. A marvellous player with pace and control and a dangerous shot. North for Aston Villa. Oh, Whiff just let the ball run cleverly over his head then, and takes the return from Shaw, and here's Cowan. Good save by the keeper. Could so easily have been number 2. Williams. Shaw again, but out of play. And that could easily have been a second goal for Aston Villa. You can watch it again as Cowans went onto that through ball, hit it hard and true, and the goalkeeper saving with his foot. Would have had to clear that. Mortimer winning it well. Oh, given away badly. And a tackle quite clearly by Klus, bringing down Williams, is deserving of an admonishment from the referee at the very least. And indeed, he decides to go one step further and show the yellow card. So Victor Klus into the referee's notebook, and will have to tread very cautiously for the rest of the game. And I don't think he can complain about that. Just 9 minutes gone, and he's shown the yellow card, which we still have, of course, in European football. Cowans with the kick finds Shaw beautifully. The layoff wasn't quite so good. Confusion, though. Whiff going in strongly. And here's Cowans. Morley. Referee got in his way then, actually. And Dinamo Kyiv at the moment are looking aside under real pressure. Villa must capitalise on this excellent start given them by Shaw, who laid the ball off then. And here's Morley. Always willing to try a shot from that kind of angle, Tony Morley. A good 20 yards out of goal and hit it well with the right foot. The keeper, though, was always behind it. Zurabliov. Cowans intercepts. Morley. Always a buzz when he has the ball, but Lazinski then got a foot in the way. And again on Cowans. Shaw. Cowans. Ooh, clumsy that. And allowed Kloos to make the interception. And he's got round McNaught as well. But what a good run this is. And Evans gets back. But still Kloos is battling away. Evans happy in the end to let the ball go for a throw. And Kloos did so well then. He must have run 80 yards from deep inside his own half. Victor Kloos, booked earlier in the game, showing tremendous strength then, from deep inside his own half, fought off 2 tackles, and even Evans had to whack the ball clear to stop him. McNaught looking for and finding Williams well. Foul. Oh dear, straight to Peter Witt. And be assured it goes to Mortimer. Well, that's about the most blatant piece of obstruction I've seen in a very long time. Zarablov stood there like a massive, great, dare we say, iron curtain. And the Villa player ran straight into it. So, it's an indirect free kick, ironically. And a 5-man wall facing the goalkeeper. Morley's shot, always going wide. Well, in the centre there is Tony Barton, Villa's caretaker manager. The side has lost only once in 7 matches since he took over, and a good result tonight would improve his prospects of getting the job on a permanent basis. Good challenge by Williams. Cowans finds Mortimer. Swain. Shaw making a run down the right, with as usual down the middle. And neither of them get it. It's foul for Kyiv. Here's Berameyer. Kloos. Well, they know he's strong and likes to go forward. Here's Lazinski. Good effort. And Rimner took it spinning off the sandy top. Altachar got the header in. So did McNaught for Villa. With. And now Mortimer. Brought down by Kloos. So a Villa free kick, and they haven't really capitalised on that fine start with a goal as early as 5 minutes by Gary Shaw. And for that we must give credit to this fine Soviet team, who really dragged themselves back into the match well. But let's see what comes of this free kick. Oh, it was not a bad effort at all. Evans really got forward. A flying header, but wide of goal. Cowans, as usual, floating the free kick in with great accuracy. And Evans sneaked in between those 2 defenders for that header off target. Blocking, Swain's clearance to Witt. Comes to him via ahead of Boyko, who wins it back. But Bremner finds Mortimer. The referee's already whistled then. And that should have allowed Villa to go on since they were in possession. 10 minutes to go to half-time. Swain for Aston Villa, who lead 1-0. Witt and Shaw inviting targets in the centre here. Comes to Mortimer, and Shaw got away superbly. Good play by Gary Shaw. And it's Yevtushenko who leads the counter-attack. He's playing things inside out for the moment. But then he gave it away. But at the other end, Gary Shaw, scorer of the early goal for Aston Villa, coming close to a second. Good build-up. As the ball was played in from the right, you'll see here a lovely piece of skill by Shaw, taking it from Mortimer, twisting away from the defenders, and the shot saved. Here's Klus. Beremeyev looks to have collected an injury, so Kyiv may be forced into a substitution here as Boyko clears the ball for them. Klus. Very strong, this man. He really is. Oh, and Lazinski's shot was not far off target. Klus was screaming for the return ball, but he really is powerful, and he's giving Villa problems. Yevtushenko, Lazinski. They've come back into this game extremely well, the Soviet champions. And there's still a long battle ahead here for Aston Villa tonight. As Evans under his tackle. Takes the ball clear eventually. And they're still waiting to make a substitution. Dinamo Kyiv. Poor Beremeyev is limping on the touchline, but the ball's still in play, so he has to stay on. Here's Shaw. Howans. Swain's making a fine run down the right. Oh, unlucky then. He had to really stretch. Howans slightly overhit the ball, and still Kyiv can't make their substitution. There's Boyko. Zurabliov. Here's Swain. He just cannot attract the attention of the referee, so that poor Beremeyev can go off. He's a sad-looking man at the best of times, but he looks pretty miserable now as Howans takes it forward for Villa. Here's Williams. Morley. And now surely the substitution will be made. The referee still hasn't seen the Kyiv bench. He's now had his attention drawn by the linesman. So the man coming on is Alex Kapsalis, who is reckoned to be the quickest player on the books of Dinamo Kyiv. So his pace will be an addition to midfield as Vladimir Beremeyev goes off with just over 5 minutes to go to the interval. Well, they've been unlucky here, Kyiv, because they lost another key midfield player, Buryak, before the match with a late fitness test, which he failed, and now they've lost another key man, Beremeyev. And they're one down. The long ball by Demyanenko, easy for Rimmer. Salis getting his first touch, turned on by Bow. Oh, and it was as well that McNaught was aware of what was happening then. The blocking was dangerously close to getting onto that through ball. Swain finds Shaw. To me, as though he was being deliberately held off then by Balkachar. And indeed, the referee agrees with me and overrules the linesman by awarding a free kick and not a throw. Again, Evans has come forward. Just on the left of the box. And short, though, to Bremner. Mortimer. Well, he just got the touch, I think, off the defender's challenge. He did indeed. Corner it is. Well, strangely enough, as we move into the last couple of minutes of the first half, this is Villa's first corner. Floated in high towards McNaught, who got up, and that's a goal. 42 minutes gone, and Aston Villa get an absolutely vital goal through Ken McNaught. And surely Kyiv, who battled their way well back into this game, since losing that goal after 5 minutes, will be killed off by this one. The corner taken by Cowan, again accurately floated high to the far post. McNaught got up higher than anyone, and the header did the rest. 2-0. So what a perfect moment to score the second goal. Villa now surely are on their way to the semi-finals of the European Cup for the first time in their history. If Kyiv had managed an equaliser, remember on the away goals rule, a 1-1 final scoreline would have been enough to take them through. So that second goal has really given Aston Villa breathing space, and they must be very confident now. Ken McNaught, and that in fact was his first goal of the season. He'd been out of football for 5 months through injury, only came back a month ago. Williams. Whoops, and that's the area of the field where it's dry as well. Shaw letting it go through to With, who's beaten the challenge and quite blatantly brought down. And I think the referee might well produce a yellow card again. Boyko has been tortured by Peter With. And the referee is calling the tall Soviet defender towards him. He wants to see his number, and that's the yellow card. Peter With is ahead on points and everything else in this battle. We're into time added on to stoppages then, and Villa rightly get a free kick. And again, Evans has come forward this time to join Peter With in the box. A wasted kick, and it proves to be the final kick of the half. Applause ringing around Villa Park. Gary Shaw, number 8, one of the first players off, and one of the first players to look sharp with a goal in the 5th minute. That set Villa on the way. McNaught's goal just 3 minutes before half-time gave them a sweet-looking scoreline at the interval. Aston Villa 2, Dinamo Kyiv 0. And so we see again what could be a match-winning goal. Cowan's corner floated over, up climbed McNaught, just a flick. It was enough to take it into the corner of the net for Villa's second goal. So Dinamo Kyiv, who incidentally were the first Soviet club ever to win the European trophy when they took the Cup Winners' Cup in 1975, get the second half underway, facing a very difficult job here. They're now attacking the goal to our right, and Chanov immediately dispatches the ball in that direction. And here's Bao. Demyanenko trying to stretch the Villa defence, but Evans reading it well. And the pitch, surprisingly, which we thought would provide so many problems, is holding up well, and for that, a great tribute to the gentlemen of the ground staff who worked so hard on it over the last 48 hours. Straight over Boyko's head. Shaw couldn't profit, and indeed ends up in the mud. Swain again allowing the ball to do the work. A good ball too for Shaw. With tripping over the outstretched figure of Boyko, but on this occasion it was the Villa man who committed the foul. Demyanenko. He's done well here, but in the end ran the ball over the line. Another who's certain to be in the Soviet Union's World Cup squad, left fullback Demyanenko. Evans. sloppy start this by Villa in the second half. Yevtushenko in the middle here, if Fowl can spot him. Good header away. And here's Witt. Cowans. Oh dear. Lazinski. Here's Yevtushenko. That wasn't a bad effort, really, because Rimmer was going the other way. Yevtushenko knew that. So Yevtushenko taking on the Villa defence single-handed then, got round the challenge from Williams and saw Rimmer going one way and tried to fool him by placing it in the opposite corner. Lazinski's header over the head of Williams, who did well. Cowans. And again, a little bit... ooh, that was a strange effort, and Rimmer preventing what would have been one of the most remarkable goals I think I've ever seen. Well, Rimmer then, fortunately for the rest of his team, was alive to what was happening. As you can see, William belted his clearance against the Soviet forward. I think it was Yevtushenko, and it almost went over the head of Rimmer. This is Swain with the Villa crowd urging him forward. And straight to Boyko. Yanenko. Boyko again. Lazinski making another break down the right. And this time the ball to him is accurate. Got Morley between him and goal. Shuravlyov's ball, easy for Swain, although he has not made it appear so. Complete miskick. Mortimer cleared it for him. Shaw, a lovely touch to Witt. Just those two forward at the moment, but Bremner supporting them. And Boyko brings down Peter Witt for what seems the umpteenth time. Free kick finds the Soviet back four coming forward as one. The boos from the crowd. North, though, gets back to head clear, or should have done. And in the end, Swain shows them how to do it. Witt. Morley is arriving very quickly, so is Shaw in the middle. He plays it behind both of them to Cowans, and now on to Shaw. Oh, it just bounced the wrong way for him. He was all ready for a shot then. Here's Bremner. Cowans' header, good one. Mortimer, Witt and Morley still in the centre. Not a back cross either. Witt, Morley, lovely skill. Oh, what a shame he couldn't finish that with a goal. Well, he might well hold his head in his hands. Lovely piece of skill. As the ball came across, the goalkeeper strangely opted to punch. And as Witt headed it back to Morley, he turned beautifully between the defenders to get in a shot. Save. Boyko. With the gain, fooling his man, but according to the referee anyway, he was pushing Boyko then. Kyiv's free kick. Ignored away to Mortimer. Good ball for Morley. Well, he's being held by Lazinski quite clearly, but still has the ball. Witt and Shaw in the middle. Shaw, will come back to him. Good play by Gary Shaw. And once again, they're unlucky with the final shot. But the twisting and turning of Shaw then, tormenting the Kyiv defence. And what a shame that when the shot finally came in, it was more or less straight at the keeper. Crowd tonight just over 38,500, not quite Villa's best of the season, but not far short. As McNaught hits an enormous ball, as Bremner has chased and done well to reach. Oh, it comes to With, it could be an easy goal. How did he miss that? Peter With, one would have bet one's mortgage on him getting that one in. But he can't believe it. Bremner did so well to reach that long ball. Pulled it back beautifully. Boyko made a horrendous error, and look at that. He could place his shot and placed it against the post. Well, Peter With will look back on that, I'm sure, as one of the worst misses of his career. Perhaps he can make up for it by heading in this corner. Incredible miss, that. Cowans with the kick, it goes straight to Mortimer. Well, what a charmed life the Kyiv goal had led then. But if Peter With will forgive us, we have to look once more at that incident. Top scorer this season with 14 goals. Should this have been number 15? He's an honest man, I'm sure he'll admit it should have been. The goal was, as they say, at his mercy. Well, whilst the excitement was going on at the other end with Peter With's miss, Sorokaret came on as a substitute for the injured Baltachar. Lazinski and Yanenko. Oh, well, Peter With once again found himself unmarked in the middle of the penalty area, but once again couldn't profit from it. The cross played in from the left by Morley. With the header, a free header, but this time straight at the goalkeeper. Mortimer's tackle, but Val was strong up. Here's Mortimer again. Morley. Evans has got forward, surprisingly, for this attack. Lazinski in the way, though. Morley battling away. Lazinski right behind him. Well, 3 against 1 is never a very fair challenge, but then they give it away. And here's Cowans. The referee deciding that Cowans' foot was raised too high. Free kick to Kyiv. Williams with all the time in the world. And the Villa crowd have realised now that for the first time in the club's history, they are virtually through to the European Cup semi-finals. Just 2 minutes to go. Aston Villa with a safe 2-0 lead, having drawn 0-0 in the Soviet Union in the first leg. They've completed the job well here tonight. The Shaw finds Morley. Can we have a bit of icing on the cake, I wonder? Boyko clearance. Well there, Lazinski. Blockine. Bremner robs him, though. With wide on the right. He couldn't quite force it to him. But here's Bremner once more. Mortimer. Well, he really collected a nasty kick on the leg then, Mortimer, as he went down in that tackle, and he's still lying on the ground injured. The player's gone on, though. Bremner. The referee now wisely deciding at this stage of the game that the good health of the player is more important. So he allows the Villa physio, Jim Williams, to come on and administer treatment. looks pretty unpleasant here for Mortimer. It looks as though it might be his arm or his shoulder that got a crack as he fell to the ground from that tackle. And at this stage, surely it would be wise if Villa brought on a substitute. I'm sure they will. And what an unhappy end to the match then. It's almost over. And it's Mortimer clearly in some pain there. So applause to the Villa captain, who ends the night on an unhappy note, but who's been an important figure in his side's performance. You can see exactly how it happened. Perhaps the tackle, or more likely the fall that resulted from it. So Villa, as far as I can see, still haven't managed to get Andy Blair, their substitute on. He's on now, as Mortimer is led back to the dressing rooms. And a bounce-up results. Well, not very much time left for Andy Blair to make any impact on this game, but Villa have done the job anyway. Zarabliov's free kick played into the box. Owens gets it clear. And that's the final whistle. And Aston Villa celebrates their first ever appearance in the semi-finals of the European Cup. And what an achievement for that man in the centre of the picture, just producing the handshake for the opposition bench. Tony Barton, caretaker manager, who's had a marvellous spell in control of this club, and has now helped to take Villa through to the semi-finals, with a final scoreline here at Villa Park of Aston Villa 2, Dinamo Kyiv 0. The goals by Shaw as early as the 5th minute, and McNaught 3 minutes before half-time. And Tony Barton will feel very confident now that he can continue his run of